Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Tuesday show. I am Ultra David.
I'm James Chen. How's everybody going?
Every once in a while we have to start the show off on a somber kind of note. It has happened, I don't know, too many times, seems like, in
Yeah.
this year. But it's because a fellow member of the fighting game community passed away last week.
Yes. In a very bizarre way, I guess you can call it. I mean, obviously they're all not normal or whatever like that, but I mean it happened literally during the run back stream
Right.
last Thursday,
Right.
where Terrence, aka Pusha T, was just basically play. He was commentating that Killer Instinct at the run back. He was playing in the tournament, and it was either right before a match or right after a match. Apparently, he collapsed
Right.
in the arcade. The stream was immediately shut down, and
Yeah.
everyone took him to the hospital, and they couldn't revive him at that point. And so, yeah, he passed away. And I mean, shout outs to the community, because I would say in the span of just like 4 or 5 days, like up to Monday, the amount of basically our Kappa and Super Dojo separately created You Caring links
Right.
to donate to Pusha T's family,
Right.
because he had a wife and 2 kids.
Right.
And they raised over $10,000. I don't know what the exact
Right
total
now,
is.
it's over 15,000
Over 15,000
collectively between the two.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Yeah, Super Arcade had a benefit the following day on Friday, and that itself, I think, raised a lot. I heard that itself raised over 10,000. So
yeah, it was.
there's been a nice outpouring, as it seems like people do in the FGC when this kind of thing happens. People seem to band together over it a little bit. Obviously, it's something that you never want to see happen. You never want to have cause to band together like that. But when it does happen, it's nice to see that that's how we react.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about it too is that Pusha T in the SoCal community, especially in the Killer Instinct community, was a very well-known person. He was most of the players knew him. Like Maximilian was really close with him and stuff like that. A lot of people told stories about how they met Pusha T at Evo, and he was just an amazing guy. Like they just met him that one day, and he was really cool. I mean, it's nice that I'm sure a lot of those people donated, but what actually strikes me is that a lot of people who really didn't even know him that well
Right.
donated. And that just shows that, they understood, that when you're part of the FGC, you're part of the family, regardless of what game you play.
Yeah.
So, it's really cool, and, there's been a couple of articles about it and stuff like that on various gaming sites. So, it's really good that the word is getting out there about this man who touched a lot of hearts in the FGC.
Yeah, I didn't know him personally, but by all accounts, I haven't heard anything other than excellent stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, to be honest with you, for me personally, it was particularly strange because I was at the run back that night
Right.
to play Under Night in Birth, and after that tournament ended, Pusha T was, I believe he was even on commentary at the time for KI. And I walked up to Mondo and asked, I was like, hey, do you need me for commentary for KI or whatever? And he's like, oh, I think we're good. So I was like, okay. And I actually took off. And when I got home, I checked my Twitter, and all of a sudden all this stuff happened. And I
Right.
was like, what the heck? And I mean, I literally just saw him playing
Right.
and sitting there commentating like just 30 minutes, just before everything happened. So I don't know. It's just.
it's a very strange circumstance, bad news, but condolences obviously to friends and family, and thanks to the community for doing so well after that kind of news.
Yeah, but again, unfortunate that we have to start on that kind of note. But
That happens.
I mean, it just like again, we're all a big family. In the end, we're all here to support each other, and I think that's great. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess let's move on to
yeah,
sort of video game stuff.
sure. Obviously, one of the cool things right now is that the Capcom Pro Tour is it's upon us. It's basically less than 2 months away.
It's starting to wrap up a little bit. Yeah. So most of the people who are going to be in it have been decided. You know, we don't necessarily know the standings in there, the rankings. With some we do, but not necessarily with others. But yeah, most of the players are fleshed out.
Yeah, I think right now, actually decided is 13 of the 16 spots, if I'm not mistaken. 2 spots left to be determined. One is going to be determined this weekend at the CPT Asia Finals, which is the 16 players, or is it 8 or is it 16? It's 8 players from Asia who are going to duke it out over there, and that's going to be really cool. So Mike Ross did a stream earlier, and even he had trouble trying to find the people who were going to be at this thing. But
oh, really?
Yeah. But I believe it's like Daigo is going to be there, GamerB is going to be there, Xien's going to be there, Gact, Leslie, I believe Human Bomb, and I don't remember the last 2. Probably Bon-chan and
probably
and Nishikin. Did he qualify technically for taking that one?
No, he qualified directly for
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Capcom Cup. Yeah, he just made it into Capcom Cup. So.
Right. So they're all playing against each other in a round robin. I don't know. It's either 6 or 8 people or something like that. But in terms of points, there's 6 people who are going to qualify by points, and apparently 5 of them. Punko.
Yeah, Punko was the.
Yeah.
So Human Bomb, Daigo, Shen, Gact, GamerB, Punko.
Jiawa is the other one.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I remember he showed up to EVO one year. Okay. He was a Ken player.
I remember that. Yeah.
From China, I believe it was. So.
Right.
But yeah, so that event, and then also DreamHack Winter.
Right.
Which is on November 23rd, I think, or it's really late. It's like 2 or 3 weeks right before CPT.
Yeah.
So whoever wins that is going to be buying a plane ticket like that. Hope he has a passport. Hope he or she has a passport for the event.
Yeah, I guess that's a good question. That's something that you'll have to figure out. I was going to say that you need a passport in Europe, basically, to like get around, to like get to Sweden, but I'm not sure that the EU works that way.
Yeah,
actually,
fair enough.
I'm not really sure.
We're so used to being in the United States where it's like passport. You don't need one.
I'm saying I don't know that you need a passport like that in the EU anymore. There's rules about movement and stuff. But anyway, I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully whoever wins can make it.
Yeah. I mean, what's interesting...
That was a problem, actually, a couple of years ago, right? Wasn't it...
one of the Brazil players.
It was Breno, I believe.
Yeah, Breno
Fighters, who could not make it due to some visa issue.
The Brazil wouldn't give him the permission to travel. Yeah,
right.
The Brazilian government, basically, completely just... put the kibosh on his Capcom Cup journey.
That sucks.
Which really sucked.
Yeah. Brazil's got somebody in it this time, so hopefully he'll be able to make it.
Yeah, that's going to be a choo-choo.
Right, so okay, let's talk about the format just a little bit. 16 players, of course. 10 of them qualify automatically by winning big tournaments. Okay, and those tournaments are like Final Round and like the Fall Classic, which just happened, and there's Taito Arcade Nationals, which happened a couple weeks ago. And Capcom Pro Tour Asia Finals
happening this weekend.
Yeah, and then there are several others. But other than those 10, you qualify via points. So each one of the big tournaments throughout the year has a set of points associated with it for winning it, for getting top 8. There's a whole progression. And so there are 6 people who qualify on points rather than on winning tournaments.
Yeah, and at this point in time, you could almost say, because the last ranking event was just this last weekend, which was the Thunderstruck tournament and the Resistance, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I think you're gonna gain points at the CPT Asia Finals. But I remember reading somewhere that the DreamHack event isn't giving away points or something like that. I can't remember where I remember reading that from.
Yeah, that sounds pretty weird.
It might have been on Reddit where they were talking about it or something like that, but I'm not sure. Okay. So. But yeah, so for the most part, the 6 people who are going to make it seem to be pretty well defined. However, because if you win this tournament this weekend at CPT Asia, you automatically qualify. Some of the people who are in the top 6, in fact, a couple of them are going to be at this event, aka Shen and GamerB, who are qualifying via points right now.
Right.
So if they win the tournament, and qualify that way, then they open up a slot even down lower.
Right.
Yeah.
So the people who are already qualified directly via winning tournaments, Luffy obviously won Evo. Snake Eyes, who now is 3rd place overall, how'd that happen?
It was a lot of it came from TFC.
It must have, yeah. So he qualified automatically.
It was TFC, and also he got the points for Wednesday night fights.
And Wednesday night, yeah. That's right. Ryan Hart, also Infiltration, PR Balrog, Momochi, Valmaster, and that's it.
No, Nishikin is there.
Oh, and Nishikin.
He's just not in that
right.
front page. Yeah. I do that every time. I'm like, oh, Valmaster's last one.
Right, yeah, no, Nishikin, who,
and then, this page I don't think is updated.
I mean, it has Nishikin. No, I think it is. It says
is it?
It has the same
okay, cool.
You can go to CapcomProTour.com and check out, all the standings. Yeah, Nishikin is actually number 20 overall. He only has those 256 points from winning the title tournament.
Yeah. I actually went and watched those matches too.
Yeah, I did too.
Like I watched him beat Kazunoko and I watched him beat Bonchan. It was pretty.
What did you think?
It was interesting.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
Like, I mean, Z pointed out that Nishikin got away with neutral jump, forward jump with Blanca, like, constantly.
Yeah.
He neutral jumped and Bonchan kept trying to hit him with a low tiger. And so he just basically got over and got, like, big damage at that point in time. But, I mean, the Kazunoko match was really interesting to me because you've been playing Yun recently. And you said that you can't go crazy, go nuts with him as easy as you thought. Right?
It's not as silly as he looks, yeah.
Right, and the interesting thing was that when Nishikin played Kazunoko, he really slowed that match down.
Yeah.
Like, he just said, I am not going to be playing any of this game. I'm just going to be sitting here and be very defensive. And I thought that was really well played. The Bonchan fight looked kind of sloppy to me, but I don't know. I'm sure.
It looked a little sloppy to me too, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel, I don't know, I feel like Nishikin, I was saying this on Twitter earlier, I feel like he gives up life leads sometimes.
Yeah.
But some people were saying, I think Ramin was saying that's just like how the character works. Like if you're just playing defense with that character, like it doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, you just solve that defense if he's just sitting there. It's like he's not throwing fireballs or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of put in these little forward hops, these little forward jumps sometimes, which is a problem for the character. But Nishikin made it work. I mean, he definitely played better than those people.
Look, I'm glad he's going to make it because it just adds to the character craziness that's going to be showing up at Capcom Pro Tour because there's it's a pretty diverse cast.
It is, yeah. So
the one thing I will point out about the cast is no Fei Long.
No Fei Long.
There's no Fei Long.
At least yet. We'll see.
At least not yet.
See if Gak wins.
Or Fudo.
Or
right?
Fudo, yeah.
So, okay.
Wait, is Fudo in the Asia thing?
I don't think so, but he's in the running for points. So if Shin or Gamer wins, he might be able. Although he might not be able to make it, I think K-Brad might have more points than him now.
K-Brad, no. Fudo has 360 and K-Brad has 352.
This might not have the results from Resistance in there. Because I think K-Brad finished someplace higher up in Resistance. So I think K-Brad technically has more points than Fudo does now. So if one of them qualifies, K-Brad is the beneficiary of the open slot.
Well, Fudo might not play Fei Long anyway, so as we'll talk about later.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But anyway, it's shaping up to be very interesting. We don't know exactly how it's going to shape up. Like James said, the last automatic qualifier is at the end of November. Mm-hmm. But other than that, if that one truly doesn't have any points, we should know everything. Pretty soon.
Right. We should at least know 15 of the 16. Right. The one interesting thing is I know that there's been lots of talks about flying somebody out to the DreamHack Winter, to the DreamHack Winter event.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Pepidai was flown out to TFC. I think they've been talking about either sending Pepidai back there or a lot of people. I've heard rumors about Smug maybe.
That would be pretty sweet.
Smug to get out there.
That'd be awesome. It would just be a cool life experience for that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Can you imagine going to Sweden because you played Street Fighter?
It'd be pretty cool.
Having people pay for you to go. I mean, if I was Smug right now, even if I wasn't going to go, or even if the chances are slim, I would get my passport taken care of now. Just in case. Just in case.
Good call.
So. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Resistance.
Oh, Peppadai is going to DreamHack already.
He's already going officially.
Someone
I
said
didn't know that.
They already raised 2K plus for him.
I hadn't even heard about that.
Dude, this guy, man.
He has a fan base, apparently.
Wow.
That's awesome, though. I'm really happy that he's going. I would love it if you could qualify for
Dude,
Capcom Cup.
he
That
would
would be awesome.
like, he would seriously, like, if he made it to the Capcom Cup, I just picture, like, this amazing machine, like, so well running, beautiful gears, great machinery, and then someone just throws a wrench right in there. Because that's what Peppadai would feel like to me. Because I feel like he would just ruin so many people.
I think he would be a major threat for that thing, as long as he doesn't run into like matchups he doesn't know,
Right.
Which was the issue for him at the Fall Classic. He ran into DiCaprio and into Dudley. If that doesn't happen, and currently those characters haven't qualified, so
Right.
we'll see. I mean, Knuckle Doo still has a chance, so.
Okay.
Anyway, but let's talk about Resistance and talk about Smug. Resistance 3 from Connecticut this past weekend. In Street Fighter 4, top 8 starting from the bottom was RLBS with Guy, Volcanic Akuma with Akuma, Coach Steve with Poison and Blanca, Defeat Lee, oh, I didn't know that,
Nice,
with
nice.
Cammy and Elena, good stuff. Glitch with Rufus got 4th place, Steamco Sanford Kelly got 3rd place with Sagat and Oni, and EGK Brad Cammy and Pie Smug Dudley won the whole thing. Yeah, that's great. I thought that was awesome. I watched a little bit of it.
You know, so, Elena, so many people are using this character. In fact, apparently there was just video evidence recently of infiltration using Elena.
Yeah, but I mean, he uses every character.
He uses every character. But that's, like, now it's infiltration, and Sako, and Defeat Lee has used her, Chris G has used her.
Yeah, not
Justin
anymore,
Wong
though.
has
Also not
used her.
anymore.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, is she really that bad?
I still think she is bottom 10 material. I really do. But I feel like that's just more of a testament to the game being good.
Interesting that some people
Balanced.
are talking about Zeus here. I mentioned Zeus, and someone tweeted me that apparently he has retired from Team Pie because he has a job right now or something like that.
I've heard that.
So I don't know what his situation is. I mean, hopefully he'll come back eventually if he can find some more time, because again, he was a fantastic player, and I'd hate to lose a great player like him from our scene, you know. So,
Yeah, but I've heard the same thing.
But work is important, so
Well, of course.
for sure making
Work
the
or
right
school,
choice. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, congrats to Smug Dudley. He had a really nice reaction upon winning. It was really cool to see.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, he just was really excited about it.
Okay,
I mean, you
cool,
could
cool.
tell. It was really cool.
Yeah, honestly, out of everybody that's not in the Capcom Pro Tour right now, like, Smug is probably, like, at least my number 1 or number 2 that I wish would be in there.
I honestly feel like he's top 16. He should be in that worldwide top 16 discussion. So.
And he's done so well against foreign players.
Right.
Him and Snake Eyes have the best record against the foreign players, and
Also Filipino man.
yes, in Filipino.
Filipino man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay, well, Marvel also happened there. Flux won it.
Wow, he beat Ray Ray.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's on a roll. This feels like consecutive major. I mean, it is consecutive big tournaments for sure.
Yeah,
but is it 3 in a row? I feel like he's won
4. I
Yeah,
think.
no, he has won 4 now. I'm pretty sure, but are they consecutive? I forget. Certainly, the last 2 have been.
Right.
So he turned it on, man. He found whatever was limiting him, and he got past it.
Yeah, and
I'm really happy for him.
Just to answer Mike there, Broly is definitely my number 1. So he is my number 1 in everything. Just to let you know. So.
Well, I'm a little jealous.
Wow, that went awkward
you were
so
telling
fast,
me-
didn't it?
You're telling me on stream. You were telling me that Mike Ross played Broly Legs on stream.
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
Hugo, and
Yeah,
as soon as he said Mike's Hugo played against Broly Legs, I was like, okay, that's probably not gonna work out.
Dude, it was so good.
I've,
He made that Mike Ross stream so good, you know. Oh man.
Broly and I have played that match quite a bit. I'm sure he's played it against other people too, so he knows it really well. And, I still feel like Mike if Mike takes that character seriously, he would be really good with the character.
Yeah,
but I still feel like he's not really in that like taking it seriously sort of phase.
The best thing about Hugo for Mike Ross, and we're totally veering off track right now, but
whatever.
Hugo is a reads kind of character.
Yeah.
And that's basically where Mike Ross,
Right.
benefits from the most.
He's
so.
like reads and reactions.
Yeah,
That's Mike Ross. So
yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, I think that he works out well with that character. Anyway, top 5. Apparently, Storykin doesn't have top 8. Eric Warda was 5th place. K-Brad also 5th place. J Rosa got 4th place. Crazy Joe got 3rd. And then, like we said, Ray 2nd place. And Flux won the whole thing.
Yeah, good stuff.
Killer Instinct won by CD Jr.
Yep, best player in Killer Instinct.
It really seems like it.
On the planet right now, probably. So.
Yeah, it really seems like it. And I guess that's all that we have there.
Yeah, so that was a ranking event. So
Right.
K-Brad did get points, so I do believe he is above Fudo now. So he would benefit. He's in the 7th spot. So if Shinner Gamer B win CPT Asia, then he becomes the 6th spot and would qualify. And if he did get in there, I would like to point out that means all 5 EG players would be in the top 16. Would be at that event. Because right now 4 of them are there.
Wow, I hadn't thought about that.
Justin, Ricky,
Momochi,
and PR Balrog.
PR Balrog.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all in there. So.
Oh, I guess Choco won't make it, but that's a pretty good 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
And then also there was the tournament in Mexico that you alluded to.
Yep.
Thunderstruck, which is in Monterey.
Yeah, which was also a ranking event.
Right.
And so Ricky he was kind of in that gray area for the top 6 qualifier in points.
Right.
Right. But she did win Thunderstruck, and so now I think she's cemented into the top 5 at least.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, she put up a Facebook post that was like all about that, saying like I've qualified. I mean, that's awesome. I feel like Ricky should be in that.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it would be right without having Ricky.
Remember, it was only her and Snake Eyes from US who got top 8 at Evo.
Right.
So yeah, for
that's
sure.
A good point.
I feel like she needs to be there for sure. So,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's really good. We have a limited set of the results here. We couldn't find like the full breakdown results. All we had was a little Twitter picture. So the top, let's see. So Ricky won it, like we said. TLC Gamma got 2nd place. Babushas got 3rd place. 4th was
Divas Marin, it looks like.
Okay.
And then tied for 5th was DS Excellence.
It's a really small picture.
Yeah. And HB, and then tied for 7th was DS Cannibal and TLC Chris.
Yeah, so I'm happy to see Cannibal in there. He's the top ranked Hugo online, and he's legit. I mean, it's not like some booster Hugo. Like I've seen plenty of vids of him, and he's like doing some pretty cool stuff. So that's nice. I would like to see that.
Yeah, but you got to imagine Ricky probably traveled down there to make sure that she can get some more points to try to solidify her position. And I'm pretty sure she's a shoo-in for Capcom Cup, December 13th.
Yeah.
Coming live to you from the Warfield.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, but it'll be at the Warfield, which is a well-known music venue in San Francisco where I've been before, and it was really cool. Really nice, very, very like pretty olden times looking thing. And it has great acoustics.
Dude, the audience
really cool,
is gonna be loud.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see like what the layout is. Like, where are we gonna be? Are we gonna be on stage?
I have no idea.
We don't know anything about this.
I have no idea how it's all set up.
Yeah. We basically just like walk into tournaments and we look for where the commentary booth is, and that's it. That's like the extent of our like involvement.
Yeah.
And we sit down, and then we sit there for like 10 hours, and then we get up, and that's it.
I mean, we pretty much have the best job right now, I think. So
it's the easiest, that's for sure.
I mean, a lot of people say it must suck sitting there for 10 hours, and there's plenty of
sometimes it does.
There's plenty of pictures of me with my head down on the table, falling asleep, but that's just more because I'm a terrible sleeper more than anything. So yeah. But yeah, so
anyway,
it's all coming down, very soon, and it's really exciting to see how it's gonna be how it's all gonna, the players that are gonna be involved. And right now, my favorite thing is it's just great representation from around the globe. Like that's my favorite. Thing about it.
Yeah, right. So North America, South America, East Asia, Europe.
Yeah.
And then you actually had a characters list up that we were looking at before.
I'm trying to like do this whole analysis thing, and I'll probably put a blog post up on the always updated UltraChenTV.com.
Frequently. It's been like at least 2 months, 3 months.
A person in the chat pointed out, apparently we still says we're Tuesday shows on at 8 p.m. And it's in
it's been like a year at least.
It's on a graphic too, so we can't even update it. Like I can't even just go in and edit the page right now. It's really kind of sad. So, yeah.
Yeah, we should get on that at some point.
Yeah, probably.
We originally made that website with the idea of like having that be like the go-to place, and like we were gonna have like all these links on there, and it's gonna be like so useful, and then it's gonna have like advertising, and we didn't do any of that stuff. Whatever. Anyway, you want to take a break? We have some more events to talk about. We have some other stuff to talk about, as you can see right here.
Yep. But we can strike out a couple of things that we talked about.
Yep.
All right, so we'll be right back with some more stuff after the break.